Oh, Canada. Na, 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 bottoms now. Bree is back. Bree is back on the pod. Oh my God, we just do a great catch up. We talk about her film. I talk about my dry ass roster. And then we actually read one of our patron submitted gay sex stories about this amazing threesome in Venice. It is so funny. Patreon.com/WHGS. We do 4 episodes like this a month with our guests and with our hosts. So if you donate a little bit of money, you can watch those bonus pieces of content and you can feel good knowing that you're donating to a good cause, guys. Patreon.com/WHGS. AshleyGavin.com for tour dates. Going all over the place. Got Atlanta, Asheville, Raleigh coming up, Las Vegas, Kansas City, Boston, Salt Lake City. So get on the text alert and I will text you when I'm in your city, you piece of shit. I don't like doing this. Listener, this episode is brought to you by Helix. I own a Helix mattress, and it's the best sleep I've ever gotten in my life. And get this, Helix is offering 25% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners in honor of Black Friday. Go to helixsleep.com/gaysex and use code HelixPartner25. This is their best offer yet, and it won't last long. With Helix, better sleep starts now, so get that gay sleep, listener, the best sleep on the planet. Listener, the weather's getting chilly. Maybe you want to pick up a new hobby, something that you can get ready for your next big trip, maybe. It's the perfect time to learn a new language. And with Babbel, you can start speaking a new language in just 3 weeks, just in time to show off for the holidays. Here's a special limited time deal for our listeners to get you started right now. Get 55% off your Babbel subscription, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/WHGS. That's 55% off at babbel.com/WHGS. That's spelled BABBEL.com/WHGS. Rules and restrictions may apply. You made a film.
I know, it was so fucking fun and crazy. Thanks for allowing me to talk about it, by the way. You know when something is like all consuming your life that eventually you feel kind of annoying talking about it? Because
yes, I do know that feeling.
It's consumed my life for the last really like close to 2 years. It was like there was a lot of red tape to navigate. There was a lot, but it was a huge learning experience. I had so much fun, and it is so hard to make cool shit because of how much money it costs. Oh my God, Ash, your hair looks so good.
Thank you. Thank you for repeating yourself. I appreciate it so much, Bree. I got my hair cut yesterday.
It looks so like you got a treatment or something too. Like it looks so
No, I just
smooth.
have beautiful hair.
Wow.
I just have beautiful. Well, she blew it. She
blew you as well. So
she blow dried it. She blow dried it. Well, I haven't seen you in like 4 months.
What the fuck? No, actually, I was thinking about it. I was so excited about today. And
me too. And then our guest canceled and I was like, we're doing this anyway.
I didn't know we were allowed to say that. Our guest canceled. It was crazy. It was going to be Miley Cyrus, right? And then she couldn't last minute. So then now everyone just gets me. So the listeners, I'm sure, are really going to be excited about that.
We'll have her back once we clean up this PR mess that I've made. But I what a great time for you, Bree. I've started talking about it publicly, so everything's fine, and the listeners know. The listeners now know like a lot more of what actually happened. So the people here rock, and the people who are gone,
don't rock.
Yeah, you said it, Alex. No. I just
So, Alex told them.
Yeah, suck it.
I was just going to say, you chose absolutely the best time to leave this podcast for a break.
It's true.
Okay, it's so funny because I literally the timing of this, and then I was like kind of stressed because I was like, I want to be a friend to Ash, but I literally have this movie going on, and I'm like, everyone's going to think that I just like abandoned Ash for 4 months during like the most stressful time of your whole fucking life.
No, you were
like,
so
see ya,
there for
bitch.
me. You were so helpful, and thank you. I'll talk to you more about. I don't even know what you know,
Yeah.
but like,
Very little. I've been under a rock, honestly, in this whole world.
Stay there. But I'm so glad that you're here, and I've missed recording with you, man.
I've literally missed it so much that when today the guest canceled, I was so sad. I was like, I saw the first part of your message. It was like, we need to reschedule. And then you're like, but we could still do it. And I was like, yay.
Because it's been so long, we could just catch up.
Exactly. And catch up episodes, for anyone who listens to my podcast knows that's my favorite episode. I push for them all the time. I can explain. Do you drink pop?
I was about to say, that looks like wine. I thought you were just hitting the bottle.
Just a goblet of wine. I'm like, woohoo! It's Friday.
Do I drink soda?
Oh, yeah. Soda. Right.
Yeah, no, I understand. Pop.
You understand.
Yeah, we don't speak Canadian down here, Bree.
As if it's
by the
a
way,
foreign language.
I've told you don't know about this, but I've told Alex to be a little more active on here, particularly when
love
it's like a
that.
2-person thing. So
Yes.
because
Yeah.
we're trying to get the straights in a little more.
And yeah, it's perfect time for me to be active is when I need to vet stories to read on this podcast, and focus on that.
Okay, well then fucking focus. What are you fucking doing, Alex?
Alex, do you drink pop?
Not much. Way back in the day, but it was like when I was on a
How old are you? Wait,
like
back
middle
in the
school.
day.
I cut it. End of middle
Back
school.
in the 50s, we used to drink a lot of pop.
I used to be I was like a chubby middle schooler in my head about it. It was like the first thing I cut out when I went on my weight loss journey. Which
Wow.
was not like it's not inspirational. It's not like I was, hyper overweight. I was just really sensitive about it.
I love, like, what kind of pop are you drinking?
I'm drinking just a good old Coke Zero. But,
Now that shit's
I like
good.
Coca-Cola.
Coke Zero
Yeah.
is like a movie theater treat. That shit's
Yes.
good.
Okay, so I don't know why, but in my head, Ash, you're the kind of person, and I think to some listeners this will make sense. You're the kind of person who only drinks water and would be like disgusted by pop. Like I think it goes along with bird watching.
Okay. As many people know, part of my disability that I have is I can only drink milk and water. This was a prank that I played on my Instagram that people genuinely believed. I periodically
Oh my God, I thought you were
post
serious.
that I can only drink milk and water, and I give it like this fake name, and people genuinely believe it. And I worry for the future for a lot of reasons, but that's like one of those moments where people will be like, "Oh, you just believe anything anyone says ever." But yeah,
Right.
what did I call it? Lactophiliitis.
I think I saw you post something about this, and I was like, oh, okay. And I believed it. Like, I really did believe it. Because here's the thing. Like, I'm one of those people that I'm the worst type of person. I shouldn't be allowed to vote. Like, take away my rights. Because whoever got to me last wins. Like, if you told me that was true and you gave me like 3 reasons it was very quickly, I would just believe you. And then if the next person was like, no, she's lying, it's not real because this, and this, then I'm on to the next. And my opinion can change so easily.
And I have learned the very hard way that most people are like you. Anyway, let's move into, what can you talk a little bit about what you've been doing?
Yeah, tell us about the
Because
movie.
you've been on set. You made a film.
I know, it was so fucking fun and crazy. Thanks for allowing me to talk about it, by the way.
Are you joking? It's queer content.
I feel like I know I'm being serious, but I'm being serious because you know when something is like all consuming in your life that eventually you feel kind of annoying talking about it because it's like,
yes,
I don't know.
I
like,
do know
it's
that feeling.
It's consumed my life for the last really like close to 2 years because like between coming up with the idea and then fundraising and then doing it, that now it doesn't even really feel real that it's done. Like I keep like looking at it and being like, oh, it's done. Like so crazy.
love it?
Now we're screening it. I love it. And I know I'm biased, but I think I'm allowed to say that I love it. And
You are allowed. If you love it, that's all that matters really at the end of the day. I know that sounds so stupid and I'm the last person that will take this advice from myself. But if you love it, that is the only thing
that
really matters at the end of the day. You made a piece of art that you're proud of. And I can't wait to see it. When do we get to see it? When do I get to see it? What's the runtime on it?
It's 45 minutes. So it's so crazy because originally it was supposed to be like 90 pages, which would be closer to 90 minutes. And then because of money, we had to cut back. Like that was a big learning curve for me. Doing something that was like quote unquote higher budget in terms of like the amount of crew we had and the amount of support we had on the film, like how much fucking money everything costs. Like it is so hard to make cool shit because of how much money it costs.
Patreon.com/WHGS.
No, literally, actually, it's so appreciated. Like we did a Kickstarter campaign for the film and we raised like $30,000 and I was like, oh, that'll be great. Like we're golden. No, I think we like doubled that in the amount of money we spent. Which
and that's almost nothing for a film, by the way.
That's the thing. We like when I say that to people, they're like, "Oh, you had so much money," and I'm like, "No. We were like counting pennies, like pinching pennies. Like we had no money.
An ultra low budget is like $500,000 for a film. Like that's considered like a very low budget film."
But it's wild because, again, like speaking to being on the internet, like people are like, oh my gosh, you had so much money to make this thing. And I'm like, yeah, like I'm not denying that. Like I'm so appreciative of the amount of money. But in terms of filmmaking, no. Like just the insurance alone was close to 10 grand.
Yeah.
The gear. Just to
Yeah.
get the gear was like 15 grand. So like when you add that up, like before you even get people there and you're filming anything, like half of it is gone just immediately on the like red tape. So it's so fucking wild to do. And I had to do it all union, which was cool. And then also because of the strikes that were going on in the States, everyone had to be Canadian, like everyone in the film, everyone behind the scenes, because our unions up here weren't on strike. Yeah. So it was like there was a lot of red tape to navigate. There was a lot, but it was a huge learning experience. I had so much fun. And as of now, to answer your question, well, I was very excited because we sold out the premiere, which was at the Rio Theater, which for those of you who don't know, Ash let me open for her and Sam. I didn't open for Sam. Sam opened for me at the Rio.
Sam did open for you, yeah.
Yeah, because y'all were being so nice and we're like, no, we're not going to send you into a cold crowd for your first fucking time doing stand-up. And y'all were so great. So then to go back there and be able to like screen my film and do like a little bit of stand-up again was such a cool experience.
Did you do the same set?
No, I did a completely different set. And it was like 10 minutes.
Wow.
And I was like, Ash would be so proud of me.
You're a natural, dude. You're a natural.
I was oh, you're so sweet. I was bugging Ash. I was texting and I was like, I think my shtick is just going to be that I only perform stand-up to sold out Rio theaters. Like it's going to be exclusive, only at the Rio, only when it's sold out. No, it felt really cool. And I really like, and so many folks came up to me and were like, the last time I saw you do stand-up was at Ash's show. So it was really like really cool.
That's awesome.
And I was like, that's the last time I did stand-up. So.
Alex, you would hate watching Bree. She's really good.
Damn it.
she's such a natural. It's crazy. Aww. I think it's on her YouTube, right? You have it on your YouTube now?
Yeah, the first time doing stand-up is on my YouTube channel. And then now we posted our second screening, which is in Seattle. It sold out like almost immediately, which was really cool. And then we just posted an LA screening. So if anyone's
when are you coming to New York?
I would love to soon. I'm slowly working on trying to get it places. It's like it's a one-man show over here. Like it's a lot of work trying to book shit, you know? I honestly like I'm so in awe of you because it like even just doing these screenings now, I'm on my third one that I just announced. Like the fear when I press post and I'm waiting to see if people will buy tickets.
Bro, it's mortifying.
It's like you're really putting yourself out there. It's
really awful.
But you're killing it. Like,
oh, thank you. We'll see. But you know, like when I started doing like I did the Ace Theater in LA, which is 1,600 seats.
That's
like
crazy.
It's crazy. And to just be like, okay, it's only this night. So it's like, we got to have enough people that are free this night, you know? Yeah. And it's really terrifying. And the idea of it being partially empty is truly mortifying. Like the idea that it might not fill up is really scary. It's definitely really scary.
Yes. Yeah. I just posted my LA one and it's like 50% sold out. I just posted it yesterday. So I'm excited about that. But I also found out
Where are you doing it? Dynasty Typewriter or?
It's fucking, no, at the Virgil.
The Virgil. Okay.
You only know big fucking theaters. You're like, oh, it's not at the Ace, 1,600 seats.
No, I know this. Dynasty Typewriter is 100 seats. This is so boring. Everyone's going to be like, why are you guys talking about this?
Okay, well, before we go on to the next, I have to say, if anyone's interested, please, God, I need your help and support. Go follow at Aging Out the Movie on Instagram. Sorry, I need to do that plug. I'm trying to get better at actually like promoting myself.
And I'll do it right now so you can see how easy it is, listener.
Thank you so much at Aging Out the Movie.
And then you went to fucking Europe with your girlfriend.
I went to
Europe. It looked incredible.
It was the most amazing time ever. And it was my first time in ages that I was genuinely not working. Like, I didn't take any jobs. I was not checking my email. First time in like 10 years, right? Because I'm always working and that's cool. I love that. But I also am like, oh, right,
it's
I have a girlfriend.
It's different though when the phone is off.
It's
different.
So fucking different. And I literally felt like the need to apologize to my girlfriend because I was like, oh my God, now that I'm seeing the amount of like attention I'm able to give to this relationship and like, I thought I was present. Like I really thought... which is a joke to me now. Yeah. Like I really thought that I could like absolutely be working 24/7 and also be present in my current relationships. And then once you're not like constantly checking your email and your phone and your social media and everything else, you're like, oh, this is what being present feels like. Like this is what being aware feels like.
Yeah. Well, first of all, now that I know your girlfriend and I've met your girlfriend, I have a feeling she was probably just an angel about it and was like
100%.
Derpa, 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 derp. I love you. Like
1,000%.
Like
she is like golden
is.
retriever girlfriend to the max. Yes.
Like but I think one way to look at it is I think something like every time something takes away your attention, it's like another 12 minutes before you can like really settle into what you're doing. Whoa. So can you imagine like the dinging on your phone all day? Like you're never able to really fully reset. When Jen and I went to Japan, like we couldn't talk to anybody because a lot of people didn't speak English. We didn't speak Japanese. Yeah. Like I was off my phone because I was having hate speech fired at me. So I was like, not doing that for a little while. So
it's gonna unplug.
But like our relationship got so much better. I mean, like I didn't know we could be better together, and it was incredible.
I felt. It's like I thought it was already really good, and then I unplugged, and I was like, oh, this is like really, really good. So I'm trying to remember that balance. Like I definitely feel like I keep falling back right into wanting to work 24/7 because I literally came back and then I was like, finish the film, start promoting the film, go right into that. And then all the usual life stuff. But I'm trying to like carve out more focused time, which I think is a good learning lesson for sure.
Wait, I had one other question about the film. As an actor, what was your, did you have like a favorite scene or like a moment that you were like, oh, this is so awesome that I got to shoot this?
Yeah, it's kind of a funny one, honestly. But one of the like most fun moments, I would say, on set where I literally looked around and I was like, this is so fucking cool that I get to be doing this because like I'm an adult. I'm 31 years old and this is just like fun playtime and I get to do this. Was I wrote in a scene where we're doing like, you know, the movie Ghost where they're doing the pottery?
Yeah.
Like where they're molding the pottery. But I wrote in this scene where they're doing it. The other lead actor says, one thing about lesbians is they'll spend hundreds of hours and hundreds of dollars to make one ugly cup. And then it cuts to us like molding this clay, but we mold it like a dildo. And something about the way that this clay was bending as a dildo, like it was like whipping around like as a penis-shaped object towards our faces. I was genuinely, I couldn't not break. Like we were trying for like an hour because it was supposed to be like a very serious scene and that was the joke. And we couldn't not break. And the entire crew was so professional, and they were all like dying laughing, like no one could stop. And I was just like, this is not the way that the scene was supposed to be going. Like we're not doing our jobs well, honestly, but we were having so much fucking fun. And then when we edited it, it just turned out, I think it's so funny. So I'm really excited for people to see it.
The characters wouldn't have broken in the scene. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they wouldn't have broken in the scene.
Or laughed in the scene.
Yeah, the whole intention was for it to be like super cheesy over it. Because this is a cheesy rom-com, right? But it pokes fun at itself that it's so cheesy is the whole intention. Like it's self-aware,
Have
super
you seen
cheesy.
New York Minute? Amy Poehler's film.
I haven't, but I've heard it's good.
Similar concept.
Yeah, so it's like it's self-aware that it's a cheesy rom-com, but we really wanted it to be a cheesy rom-com. And in the scene, the two leads are supposed to be very serious and sensual, and then the funny part is that the cup they're supposed to be making looks like a dick.
Yeah.
But we just couldn't stop. We were like literally peeing our pants laughing. It was so funny to shoot, and I'm so excited for the bloopers from that scene because it's fucking hilarious. So
you could maybe add the extra 45 minutes to the end, just a full uncut footage of you guys
Director's cut.
Are you going that way? That's always the best in the credits when they just throw in a bunch of the bloopers. Is that what the credits are?
So the credits for this film, we did the film ends at like a New Year's party where there's like a photo backdrop. So it just goes into all the characters like taking photos in front of this backdrop, but then like all the crew got up to take photos and stuff too. So
that's fun.
Fun.
Yeah. So and then it kind of like breaks the fourth wall, if you will, and it's really fun and cutesy. And then also the crew got to be on camera because anyone who works in anything artsy knows that like the behind the scenes people do not get a lot of like applause. Especially when they're working on indie films where I'm like, can I give you 2 crackers as payment? Like, not only you're not in front of the camera, and I'm also like asking you to work for peanuts. So it was really fun to like involve them, and also just really exciting with an indie project to have like a sold out premiere. Everyone was really stoked on it. So everyone got their flowers. So that was really, really fun to do. Yeah, it was good. But we're going to do a full blooper cut, which I'm excited about.
Hell yeah.
Listener, are you listening to our Patreon exclusive You're Having Gay Sex? Well, here's a sneak peek of what you missed last week.
This is the story of the time I observed others making sweet gay love at the dog park.
You. God.
My town has a very friendly dog park.
Yeah, obviously. Too friendly.
My dog Biscuit and we were hanging at the park together one late fall afternoon. Biscuit is a 70-pound pit bull mix who is strikingly muscular and handsome as hell.
I don't like this sexualization of the dog, I'm not going to lie. There are 4 bonus episodes a month of this series, You're Having Gay Sex, on our Patreon at the $10 tier, and then 2 at the $5 tier. Patreon.com/WHGS. Listener, if you keep up with me, you know that sleep is a pillar of my mental health. So thank goodness I'm sleeping on a Helix mattress where I get a customized mattress made just for me. They have 20 unique mattresses, including the award-winning Luxe Collection and the newly released Helix Elite Collection. So go on over to Helix's website and take their sleep quiz so you can find out which one of their 20 mattresses is perfect for you. That's what I did, and I got my personalized mattress shipped to me free of charge. And you don't have to worry. I know it's a big purchase, a mattress. That's why they offer a 100-night trial and a 10 to 15-year warranty just to try it out. But I've been on mine for over 3 years now, and I promise you, you are going to love it. Helix is offering 25% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners in honor of Black Friday. Go to helixsleep.com/gaysex and use code HelixPartner25. This is their best offer yet, and it won't last long. With Helix, better sleep starts now. Can I give you my update as of late?
Yeah, please.
Bro, I am just striking out with women right now.
Ooh.
I have never had it so dry in I mean, I cannot.
Ash lost her mojo.
I
Yeah, I
know
was
the
gonna
mojo
say.
is gone. The
Wow.
mojo is gone. And I just thought you'd roast the shit out of me with all of these. So
I honestly think like
I think you dried up, dude.
I think you dried up too. Like I think this all happened. This all went down, and you were like, I don't deserve to be fucked. That's
fuck. How do I get this is my movie. I got canceled and I lost my mojo. A 1990s, like early 2000s, like guy loses his mojo movie.
Like, dude, I lost my mojo.
Yeah, dude, I lost my mojo. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but like Jen is in LA for a little while.
Okay.
So I was looking and I had no one on my roster. So I was like, I'm going to use
even the roster all quit. They all dried up. They all packed up and hit the dusty trail.
Can I clarify, please?
Sure.
I was in Japan for like weeks. I was on vacation, and I was on tour, and a lot was, as we know, a lot was happening, and very hard to reach out for a date at that period in my life.
Yeah. Can you imagine people like Googling your name? Oh, this person asked me on a date. They Google your name. They're like, oh, a psychopath. Oh, okay.
Well, to be fair, mentally, I wasn't well. Sex was like the last thing on my mind.
You ask someone for a one night stand, you're just crying the whole time.
I'm just weeping. Well, at the beginning of it, I don't want people to think I was having 2 to 3 panic attacks every day. Like every day. It was not good. I was like, Jen and I weren't having sex. Like I would wake up shaking like a shelter dog. Like just in the, I was like,
She also had fleas. It was crazy.
I don't know. You would think that would have been the perfect time to have a one night stand. You're waking up shaking. You're literally like, I'm vibrating. Quick, put me in. Come on. You missed a huge opportunity here.
Yeah, that's true.
But whatever. So basically, roster's not there. Jen's out of town. I'm feeling better. You know, people are finally starting to learn what actually happened. My mental health is coming back. So like, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to like fill up my roster.
Nice.
So
okay, I want to know like how many people would you consider a filled roster?
I like a good 3 people. I like
Does
when
this
I'm
include
single.
Jen?
When I'm single, does that include? No, Jen is not on my roster.
Well, you could argue that Jen is on your roster.
You could. I'd argue Jen is your star player.
You guys are fucked. That's really fucked up, guys. That's really fucked up.
She has to be. What is she, the coach? Like, I don't understand.
Well, hold on. 1 second. I'm voice memoing. Hold on. Jen, for the podcast, would you consider yourself on my roster or something other than the roster? Are you the quarterback on
I think
this
she
list of
owns the team.
athletes?
Yeah, I agree with Bree.
Do you own the team or are you a separate entity? I need an answer ASAP. Thank you. So
if you could respond within 3 seconds, that would be ideal.
Jen gets
Thank you,
the most
Jen.
insane voice messages from
I
you,
know.
man.
She is an angel. I love her so much, and she's so funny. She has such a great sense of humor.
Yeah, she's hilarious.
But anyway, I tried to meet someone in Denver. I met 2 people, didn't work out, wasn't into either of them. Like just wasn't working. In Houston, I was just way too tired because I was sick. In Albany, who fucks in Albany? Nobody. So no. It's yeah, exactly. You're like, I don't even know where that is.
I have no idea. No idea.
Oh, I didn't do your intro. I came up with a funny little intro. I'll do it after I'm done with this segment.
Don't worry, I'll do it after 45 minutes into this podcast.
Okay, so Alex can move it around. Don't move it. Okay, so I then bump into this girl I used to hook up with, and we shared a little kiss in the street. That was super cool.
Okay,
but I texted her.
Wait. No. You physically bumped into her, and then you
She
kissed.
went to a comedy show. I think maybe she may or not have known that I was on. She's a big comedy nerd. She's an actor as well. So like, I saw her there, and I was like, "Hey, how are you?" And then I was like, I didn't know what her situation was. took the
Right.
whole evening to figure that out. And then we shared a kiss. But then I've been texting her, and she's not been getting back to me. And we're buds. Like, I'm not, like, deeply offended, but I'm like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
So someone else is at number 1 on her roster. Someone else is above me in this situation.
You're number 5 on her roster.
I'm in left field. We got to check her fantasy fuckball.
I was gonna say we check the top ranking comedy podcasts, and we'll figure out who's at the top. Of it.
Okay.
Wait. Oh my gosh. There's that app for people in open relationships that are polyamorous.
Field.
Fields. Okay.
Not a fan.
Does Field have like a pyramid system?
A pyramid scheme?
Like that, that you could like attach like photos to, like Jen's the owner of the team, and then there's like,
like Abby Lee on Dance Moms.
Yes, and you're fighting for like the number 1 spot each week. Like, I think that would be really toxic and also very special and fun.
I don't want to be a part of it, but I'd like to watch other people do it.
Yes, exactly.
Well, obviously, I'm on the low end of the pyramid with her, and then I met this girl at the beginning, back in September. I met this girl. Oh my God, I was like, we really hit it off. My friends were watching it. My friends were like, like everybody was like, oh, this is gonna happen.
Okay. It's painting quite the picture.
Me,
I'm trying, but you make it hard sometimes. Like when your friends are in the corner, like, blah, 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 like.
No, they weren't like that. I'm exaggerating. My friends just saw it and they were like, "Oh, that's cool. That's gonna happen. She's really cute.
Okay.
You should go for it."
I'm happy for you.
But
you're trying to get your mojo back, and some things are hitting and some things aren't. I get
back.
it. Okay.
And so then we were texting, flirty banter, and I said, "Hey, I'm going on tour. But can I text you when I get back?" And she said, yes, I would love to hang out. But then I got really sick, so I forgot to text her. And then I remembered this 2 nights ago when I thought, fuck, I forgot to text her. So I texted her, and I was like, hey, I'm so sorry. I went on tour, and then I got sick. But I'm back now, and if you don't hate me, I would still love to grab a bite to eat. And she left me on red.
Ooh.
You know what I think your issue might be? Did you actually text "if you don't hate me"?
I did.
See, because that gives me the ick, because it's too deep. You know what I mean? Like, it's too deep. Like, what do you mean if I don't hate you? Like, I don't even know who you are.
That's why I said it, because it's like we've only chatted once. Like, I meant it lightheartedly. Okay, well, I'm giving women the ick. Obviously.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to give some feedback. I'm trying to give some productive feedback.
No, I think that's totally fair. And I gotta be honest, being in an open relationship where it's like, I don't want relationships with other people. The door is barely ajar. We're just kind of like, if something goes by, we open the door. It makes your game worse. It makes it better and worse at the same time, because you have this person that you love, so there's no stakes to any interaction. You're like, you don't care if it works out.
Right. So it's very easy to just forget to text people because you don't care.
It's so easy to forget to text people. You text people flippantly, so you're like, oh, you don't think it through. You're just like, and in some ways that makes you very confident and very desirable, but in other ways you're giving women the ick, you know?
Damn, dude. Well, what's this third story? What's this?
The
Is this the
third
worst?
story,
I assume.
No, it's not even the worst. This one I just need Bree to tell me not to do this, basically. Both of you guys can tell me not to do this. The third one is that this girl that I used to hook up with, who I had incredible sex with, and we had to stop having sex because I really wanted to keep it casual and she didn't, and so we had to break up. This is when I was not seeing Jen. She had this boyfriend who she found out was cheating on her, and they broke up about.
Wait, well, she was fucking you though.
No. This is fast forward.
Oh, got it.
I found out about this, so I gave her a phone call. I said, "Are you okay?" That sucks. We chatted for like 20, 30 minutes, and I basically was like, well, let me know if you need a pal, that is horrible. And I can't ask her out, right? That would be a violation.
No.
Okay, all right.
What is wrong with you?
I
Even
got
the call. Put your
I-
phone away. Jesus fucking Christ. You're like, I blew this woman's back out. She fell in love with me. And then her boyfriend dumped her. So that I thought, I should be the person to call. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, pull it together, dude.
I did not say that, okay? You surmised that from what I said, and I will neither confirm or deny what actually happened.
Okay.
I like her. We're buds, but, it's been a minute.
No. No.
Okay.
It's a no.
This happened 2 months ago. It's going on 2 months ago that she was cheated on. She needs to get back out there.
Well, but not with you. Like, you don't need to be the introduction back out there. Like, I'm scared for you that you think this is reasonable.
I don't think it's reasonable, okay? I'm in a tough spot.
You're going back to old rosters. Like, that's how desperate you are. You can't find any new players, so you're literally, like, going through the Rolodex. Like,
and I think, seriously, and I think because of my age, like, my hinge is fucking dry. No, it's true. It's true. I've just noticed, like, I've noticed that, like, not, like, I like to date, like, 26, 27 and up.
right.
And all of it, I haven't been on Hinge in ages, and now all of them are gone. And so everyone under 35 is gone.
All the 26
And
are gone. They're all gone.
they're gone.
Where
Well,
did
I'll
they
tell you
go?
why. Because they don't want to date that much older, and the only people left are like people who just had a divorce from their husband and came out 3 days ago.
Right.
And they're on
yes.
Hinge.
Yes.
It gets a little drier as you get older because more people are in relationships. So
Right.
yeah. So yeah, I'm in a tough little spot.
You're in a pickle.
Yeah, I'm in a pickle, and I
Wow.
oh man, I was texting Jen and I was like, should I just come out there for the weekend? Which would have been so stupid. Because it's like a lot of money and, like
Why?
time.
Oh, yeah.
She's in LA.
Okay, so I need to know how this text went with Jen. Like, I need to...
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi. Oh wow. Oh whoa. You guys are gonna go. Oh, you're gonna go ape shit. Hi. What roster, babe? With love.
Oh.
Bro.
And that's all she wrote.
Wow. Jen knows how to do it, man.
No. Hold on. Would you like to talk about your roster? Would you like the world to know about your roster?
Oh.
Jenny, sweetie pie,
Whoa.
cutie patootie.
Jen's got like 35 on her roster. Let's be real.
Jen could have whoever she fucking wanted. She could have anyone on the planet. And I am insanely lucky that for whatever reason she chooses me.
She's also not old enough that the apps are dry.
Right. Well, the
Yeah.
thing is, she's not on the app. She just walks down the street. That's all she has
Yeah.
to do. But I don't know. Does any...
Maybe what about post-show sex with fans?
Yeah, that's a great idea, Brie. I'm glad you're bringing it up. I what a responsible thing to do. I think it's because of the. I think it's less attractive to me because it's like it's a risky thing to do. It's a risky thing to do, and when I have someone that I love so much,
Right.
why do anything that might feel weird?
Yeah.
Well, then take the emotions out of it.
Yeah.
Make it all business. Hire an escort or a dominatrix.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what are you? Options have dried up. You've now entered the.
Yeah.
Do I go on to Craigslist? Do I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
you guys are right.
$10 blowjob.
Yeah.
Why are you pointing at yourself, Brie? Why'd you point at yourself when you said $10 blowjob?
I saw myself on the screen and thought, hey, you're looking cute. No, dominatrix, I think I could do that for a job. Like, I genuinely think that, like,
Well, I'm hiring.
Okay. I'll definitely not be coming to New York, but thank you so much anyways for the info.
I'm going to blacklist you. Blacklist you from the New York theaters. I'm the gay Harvey Weinstein. You'll never work in this town.
Step on me or you'll never work in this town again. Oh, Jesus. Oh, fuck. I have to say, though, okay, you mentioned earlier that you, like, bumped into somebody, but that person was at one of your shows, and you were like,
I don't want to text her again. Like...
Who, the roster person?
I like her. We have good chemistry. It's fun. She makes me laugh. I like her as a person. We're friends. But I just don't... I'm going back in time to see the last time that I didn't...
I think hire a dominatrix is your best option.
I think you should absolutely do that. Like, I'm not even joking. You should absolutely hire a dominatrix, because also I want to be on the episode where you talk about that experience.
Yeah. I think you'll be able to get out a lot of excess shame. And you'll be able to move forwards as well.
Yeah, I think those are really fair points, and I think it would be great content.
Have a dom beat it out of you.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. They could, like, post all the comments about you, like all the Reddit forums on the wall. So, like, when you walk in, it's just, like, super traumatizing from the jump, and then they just, like, fucking kick you right in the cunt.
I'm like, did you really have to write so many times?
Bree's onto something here, though. You know, like, I'm sure seeing a lot of those comments, like, put you in an anxious spiral. What if we rewire your brain so when you see a comment like that, you come?
I actually just get horny.
Yeah. I think that's an actually genius level idea, Bree.
Yeah, it becomes porn to you.
Yeah, and then no one's gonna want to cancel you because then you're just gonna get off.
Right? They're like, she keeps coming. We have to keep her from coming.
Stop her from coming. What is the common? We need to stop her from coming at all costs.
They're like, she can never work again. She can never come again. Okay, here's our correspondence.
You really dug down in these texts.
I got a new phone, and the contacts didn't like sync, so I have trouble finding everybody. Let's hang out soon. When are you around? I said, this is 10 days ago.
Okay.
Almost. I'm around for 2 weeks. I'm busy this weekend, but next week I wrote, yeah. And she wrote, when's good?
I wrote, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I wrote it. Because I'm being silly. So when's good, or you can just text me when you're around. I'm free most nights. Okay, this might actually be a genuine miscommunication and not anyone's fault. I'll text her. I'm going to text her.
There we go. Problem solved.
Hey,
we go.
I thought that I texted her poke to, like, remind her that I was around, but I didn't do that. So actually...
Wait, you're just going to text her poke?
No, I'm not going to text her
poke. Bumping in case it got lost in
what?
Inbox.
No. Oh my God. I'm so scared for you. Like, what is happening? Why did you even think about texting poke?
Because of the nature of our relationship, okay? You don't know us. And also, look...
Oh my gosh.
It's
startled.
bad out here. You know, Bree, why don't you've been in a relationship for 8 years? Why don't you try going out there and seeing how you do? Okay.
You know what? I think I could. Like, I think I've got enough. I think I got some riz. But I mean, I'm not texting girls.
I have so much riz, I can just write poke. That's how much riz I have.
Okay. Okay, Miss Empty Roster. Sure. I want to come back on this podcast in like a month, and I want the roster presented PowerPoint style to see who you've recruited. We could have them all on as guests.
Yeah.
Listener, what do you call a person who speaks 3 languages? That's a trilingual person. Someone who speaks 2 languages? Bilingual. Someone who speaks 1? American. Only 22% of Americans speak a language other than English at home. Start learning a new language this fall and be the exception, not the rule. Because with Babbel, you can start speaking a new language in just 3 weeks. And what better way to impress your new queer cutie than by speaking a little French? Very romantic. Now, let me tell you why I love Babbel. Because it works. Instead of paying hundreds of dollars for a private tutor or fooling yourself with language apps that are little more than games, Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons are designed by over 150 language experts to help you start speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks. Babbel is designed for real people, for real conversations. That's my absolute favorite part because I know for me, I want to use the knowledge immediately, otherwise I lose it. And that's why I love that Babbel is so conversational. It's really easy to pick up stuff that you'll be using immediately. I know when I went on vacation, it was super helpful for ordering food in Spanish. And guess what? We've got a special limited time deal for our listeners to get you started right now. Get 55% off your Babbel subscription, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/WHGS. Get 55% off at babbel.com/WHGS. That's spelled BABBEL.com/WHGS. Rules and restrictions apply.
So we do this thing on the Patreon where we read listener submitted stories.
Okay. Love, yeah.
You're having gay sex.
Yeah, we do 4 of them a month, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And Alex is gonna read one just so you guys know like what's going on the Patreon, and it's so much
That's
fun.
a lot of good content on Patreon. Like if I was a listener, I would think maybe I should get on the Patreon because that's like 4 bonus episodes a month. Wow.
Let me tell you, there are some juicy stories.
Yeah, they
on
can be
there,
really
too.
fun.
Yeah. You know, Ashley's dried up.
Okay.
So you got to pay for the Patreon because how else are we going to get sex stories?
Yeah, we got to find somebody who's wet.
I just wanted to catch up with my friend and have my subordinate listen to that catch up. That's all I wanted. But it looks like we're gonna roast mommy. That's what it feels like is happening here.
Yeah.
But I did some searching earlier. It was quiet because I was hunting some good stories, and I think I found a good one. It's a bit long, but I think it's exciting. This one is submitted from a listener named Steph DeForge. Pronouns: they, them. Gay sex location: Venice, Italy.
Oh,
that's a big thing to me. That's a big deal.
Venice is a big deal to you?
I have a bone to pick with Venice.
Uh-oh.
Wait, what? Why?
No, I just went, and because I have to be, this is something that it's very bold and brave for me to say. Genuinely, I don't know. I'm curious to see how this person even had sex in Venice because it smells so bad and it's so crowded and you get lost. And I really don't like Venice. And it's nothing to do with the people that live in Venice because I'm sure once all the annoying tourists like myself leave, then it chills. It's terrible. And no one tells you that because you see these beautiful photos and you don't realize that while they're in these beautiful photos, it stinks. Like it really stinks. And also, Julia and we stayed in this hotel that was the size of Harry Potter's like closet at the fucking
Venice. Does it smell? Venice in general doesn't smell even in the hottest of weather as the water has enough movement to avoid being stagnant. Wow. The fact that someone wrote, does Venice smell? I actually need to say the fact that there are responses implies that something is up because that's sort of like me running around being like, I have sex because I'm not having sex. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
you're trying to cover up something.
Warning to tourists as strong sewage smell reported in Venice following drought.
Yes, it smells
Damn.
so
That was reported this year. So this might be not
lingering.
Right. It might not be it is lingering. It might not be regularly stinky, but it might be stinky right now. And climate change. Let's blame climate change and not the Italians.
No, and we got to blame all the tourists because the tourists are getting, off those cruise ships and they're sinking that place, myself included. I was walking around. I was feeling kind of even bad for being there. The place is, it's almost Atlantis. It's like seriously, some of these fucking buildings, it's great. It's crazy.
That's really funny that you're like, there's no weight limit. Like,
yeah, I think they should actually limit it. I'm not joking. Like that's how I felt. I was like, I feel like there's too many people on this raft. Okay, sorry. This person had sex there. That's so nice for them.
No worries. Okay, this is quite a long story and a slow burn, but I can pinky swear to you it's worth it. So my family, aka me, my 3 siblings, parents, aunt, uncle, and 2 cousins just got back from a big vacation to Italy. We're from New Orleans, so it was a big thing for us. For background, I'm almost 20 years old and the youngest of the siblings. My cousins are 13 and 28. We're big drinkers, so almost every night we could find a little wine bar and sit outside drinking, and then the adults and my little cousin would go to bed, and the youths would stay out later. In the Venice part of our trip, we spent every night at a pub right down the street from my uncle's Airbnb. My fam stayed somewhere different from his fam because they planned on staying 2 extra days. Okay.
Thank you.
We would basically
Sometimes we roast bad writing.
That is important information to note. I would like to know how long the uncle stayed.
Well, maybe it's important for the plot later, but...
True. We'll see.
Right.
I highly doubt it. Because there are no capital letters in this.
Okay.
Alex!
I'm sorry. I'm just being honest.
This is a patron.
Yeah, and I love them for submitting this story. But that's no... I think any teacher would agree that that's no excuse for sloppy grammar. Now... We would basically just point out attractive people and make friends with locals and other tourists. There are 2 bartenders there.
Oh my gosh, how fun would
worked-
it be if you were walking down the street and just like someone was like not catcalling, but just pointed you out as an attractive person?
You are an attractive person.
I would love that.
That reminds me of that TikTok. She is very beautiful to me.
Okay.
But there were 2 bartenders that worked at the bar we were at every night. We'll call them Mario and Giulia, because those are the only 2 Italian names that come to mind right now. Mario is a hilarious skater boy, and Giulia is super sweet and gorgeous.
I feel that it might be pronounced Julia.
Maybe it's spelled with a G.
I know.
Yeah, it's the Italian spelling.
Giulia.
But Giulia is making it
It's
more
spelled
fun.
Guilia.
We want it to be Julia.
Giulia. Maybe it's Giulia.
No,
I
it's
like
Julia.
Julia.
But Giulia is what we need to go with. It's definitely Julia. Let's make that clear.
We'll meet in the middle. Julia.
Is it? It's Guilia.
Yeah, that is.
we
Julia's
understand
name is spelled
That's
G. My girlfriend's
Julia?
name is spelled Julia, but her Nona spells it that way because that's the Italian spelling.
Okay.
You just got Nona, dude.
Yeah.
Damn.
Don't
Damn.
fucking fuck around with Nona.
Yeah.
So
I never will. My brother E.
I would never think of doing such a thing.
Yeah, man, I would never. My brother E, cousin B, and I made friends with them from being there every night and having quite the good time. Damn, talk about tourism. You hang out in one bar.
Alex.
I don't know.
I understand that. If you find a non-stinky space, stay in it. Like, stay put.
One night.
Don't try and look for greener pastures.
Jen and I found a place when we were in Greece. We found a little breakfast place that we ate at almost every day because like we absolutely loved it and the view was phenomenal. Is that so wrong?
I'd argue yes. But that's a me issue. But regardless. So yeah, we were having quite the good time. One night my uncle told B he had to go home because they had to be up early and my sisters tapped out early. So it was just me and my brother there past midnight. But before we left, we convinced Giulia to take Irish car bombs with us because she had never had one and we adore them.
Right.
Wow, these guys really are drinkers.
New Orleans, baby.
And nothing like a nightcap of an Irish car bomb. Like, to round out the night.
It was a win for us
Let's fucking do
considering
it.
when we all pointed out the hottest people in the pub, she came in a tie with a group of girls sitting inside. So Giulia is one of the hottest people in the pub.
She's tied.
With a group of women.
Yes, with a group of women.
With a flock.
Yeah.
I'm also picturing the pubs in Venice are so small. So like, I think they only seat like, maybe like 20 people. And they're just saying that Julia's like in the top 5.
Yeah, seriously. She's in the top quarter of Italians in this bar. Wow.
Damn,
Wow.
dude.
What a compliment.
E and I went outside and started chatting to the girls who are studying abroad and also from the U.S. And E is the brother as a reminder in case you were lost. Our submitter's brother. We stayed there until closing with them and then decided to walk them back to their hotel and grab a drink or two on the way. On our walk, we ran into Mario and Gulia, who had finished closing up shop and were hanging out with their other coworkers. The girls convinced Mario to stay out with us, and Gulia wanted to go home, but she said her place was on the way, so she walked with us. My brother was busy being gross and romantic with one of the girls. Mario was talking to the others, and Gulia and I were chatting at the front of the group and leading directions.
Very lesbian.
I was being flirty with her because before
that's a big
B
deal
left,
in Venice too, because you get lost very easily. It's very important to be the direction person. That's an important job in Venice.
I was being flirty with her because before B left to go home that night, he told me that if he can't hook up with her, and in parentheses, him and his GF are open but agreed to not let the sex cross international borders.
What?
Close parentheses. Then I should. So her brother's in an open relationship.
Wait, what?
I am deeply intrigued by that question or that sentence because, like,
you can fuck anyone as long as they're on U.S. soil.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no imports. USA made only. USA. That's crazy. That's so funny.
Crazy.
What an interesting rule. Like, because Jen and I have a couple guidelines, like not hooking up with people we work with or like things that could get messy. You know what I mean? Like exes and stuff like that. But I don't understand.
Yeah, that would seem like the perfect kind where you're like, this person is never going to be
I think the opposite. Yeah.
Are they trying to avoid a green? Did one of them get into like one of those 90-day fiance situations? They're trying to avoid it.
They're like, this can't happen again. Jesus.
Yes. That's so funny. We had to live with this woman for 90 days while she got her green card. That's funny. Okay.
So I was encouraged to hook up with Gulia. She was slightly flirting back, but could also just be an affectionate Italian thing. At one point, she grabbed my shirt with most of her hand under it to feel it because I crocheted it, and she said it looked nice. And anytime she made me a drink, she'd give it to me and blow a kiss or tell me she made it with love. I thought she was into me until she stopped and said she had to go because her boyfriend's apartment is around the corner.
Oh.
I was heartbroken, gut-wrenched, absolutely devastated. But she told me good night, gave me a smooch on the cheek, and made me promise I'd come back to the pub the next day because it was my last night in Italy. The next day, I went back to the pub with B&E. I walked in and Gulia's face lit up. She walked over and then introduced me to her boyfriend at the end of the bar.
Oh, no.
I was disappointed considering he's super tall and fit and just as gorgeous as her.
Wait, did this listener clarify their sexuality?
Not exactly.
Okay.
No, just
they're wearing a crochet top, which is giving bisexual energy. I just have to say. I'm just picking up like cues, and I do feel like if you're wearing a crochet top, you're going to be either pansexual or bisexual. This is just a guess.
Yes, I think that's
also
fair.
Very, very flattering description of the boyfriend. Super tall and fit and just as gorgeous as her. So, meaning I had no shot. We'll call him Luigi so we keep the basic names going. Luigi waved to me and said, hey, and then he had to get going so he could get to bed before work the next day. My fam continued our drunken pub at the pub, and once again, my uncle told B he had to go home. E and I had a flight out the next morning and had to leave 6 hours from then, so we decided to call it a night as well. I went inside to close our tab and gave Mario a big hug since I'd never see him again. I told Gulia I had to go home, and she told me to wait a second so she could tell me bye outside. We went out the door and into the alley around the corner, so it was quiet.
Stinky, too.
And she told me that it was nice meeting me, and she would miss me, and that shit. Then she said, I've never done this because of the whole Luigi thing, but we have such good connection, and I can't let you leave Venice without having a memorable night. Why don't you come hang out with me and Mario after close? And then you can come home and join me and Luigi. I previously established, as a lesbian.
I love that. I love that Luigi. She brought Luigi to the bar to literally glance over this person for threesome assessment. He literally came in for the quickest threesome assessment and was like, let's do it. That's it. He met her for like 15 minutes and then takes off.
Yeah.
She's a
also lesbian
too.
In a crochet top.
I do need to. I was gonna say maybe it was like they them like crochet vest with like a t-shirt underneath it.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
I need to know what this top looks like. It's very important to me. I don't know if I'll be able to rest.
I do think the top is important when being assumed that you'd want to have it through. I mean, that's a big assumption.
So I, previously established as a lesbian, was so conflicted, but it didn't matter how hot she was and how much I didn't know if I wanted to fuck a man, because I had to go home with my brother and catch our flight the next day. But I remembered what B told me about hooking up with her. So I told my brother I was letting him in the apartment, coming back to the pub, and would sneak in later and have him cover for me if my parents woke up. So I did. I went back to the pub, took shots with the bartenders and owners, and went out with them after. Gulia and I headed back to Luigi's place, and right before we went in, she told me she was a little nervous because she's never done this before. I told her it was cool because I had never had a threesome or been with a man, so we were in the same boat. When we got in...
Wow, you really wanted to fuck this girl, dude.
Yeah,
that is...
wow. That's commitment.
Wait, can I interject some thoughts here? Because the other day, so to make matters weirder, you are about to roast the shit out of me. This girl that I've been talking about this whole time, she kind of has a thing for comedians. She's like hooked up with a couple comedians, and she really wants to hook up with my friend. Oh boy, here we go. She really wants to hook up with my friend Lucas, who... I think it would be funny if Lucas and I were
what is it? What was the term we used?
Saved by the same lifeguard.
Yeah, saved by the same lifeguard.
There's a term we don't use anymore to describe two people that are friends that hook up with the same person.
Oh, okay, yes. Oh, okay. I thought you meant that you and Lucas were going to have a threesome.
Well, the thing is...
Uh-oh.
Oh, my God.
No, Lucas and I were joking, and he was like, I don't remember how we got there, but he was like, jokingly, he was like, would you do a threesome? And I was like, no, I'm a lesbian. And I almost took offense to it. And he was like, I've had a guy-girl threesome. And I was like, wait a minute, straight men do this.
Yeah.
Straight men do this all the time with their bros. They fuck the same woman. Yet to me, I'm like...
just a couple of bros hanging out.
But do you think it has to do with the fact that they're the same sex? That it's like less weird for them because it's sort of locker roomy for them? Whereas for me, it's like I've never had an encounter like near nudity with a man ever in my entire life. So it would be just like so much... Do you see what I'm saying?
I think it has to do with the way that men perceive women. Like, it would be that for me, at least. Like, I don't think I would confidently be able to go into a setting with a straight man as a
he's
woman.
Attracted in theory to me.
Exactly.
Maybe.
Like,
not
I think
Lucas, I know you're not into me, but like, you know. But
yeah, like once you're naked and you're doing the things, like, I think that
they're
is where...
both focused on her, and they are both repulsed by each other.
Yes.
So it's like, I don't know how I could get into a situation like that.
Yeah, I don't want to be perceived by a man while I'm doing something sexual, like in any way, even as just like a bystander.
But I think that's why he asked me, and I used to think it was like really sexist and like weird that men would ask me that. And then the light bulb went off in my head where I'm like, oh, they've done this and they think it's like the same.
It's like a bro bond.
Yeah.
Be a bro bond. Because I think the ideal, you know, I guess not to bi men doing an MMF is like, you know, you lock hands and it's like we're in it together kind of thing. But there's still no sexual attraction.
This is so homoerotic.
You do a secret handshake.
Wow.
Yeah,
as you spit roast your broad, you pound each other over.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the male ideal for a straight man.
Like, try pickleball or something. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Like, watch football.
But
it's the only time two men will make eye contact during an event. Like men they don't talk to each other. You know, they don't express feelings. So spit roasting a woman is the only way that they're going to.
Feelings are gross, but but spit roasting that's tender.
Yeah.
But either way, we went inside and we all took shots to clear more shots to clear the nerves. I'm curious what the drink count is. What's the total drink count?
Seriously.
Submit a follow-up. And then the rest is self-explanatory. It was going well until we realized that Luigi left the window open because there's no air conditioning in Venice.
Stinky.
Before we could close it, one of his neighbors started knocking on the door to shut us up.
No.
Luigi literally pulled his dick out of me, sat up, and all of us got still.
Shit!
No.
Oh shit! She really? Oh, she committed to the bit. That's too much. She committed to his bit.
The dick pullout was a little much for me.
I could not let that. I think I could watch maybe, but I could not let that happen.
It's a braver soul than us. A braver soul. This soldier.
Okay.
True soldier for Gulia.
Wow.
He literally pulled his dick out of me, sat up, and all of us got still and started looking at each other like the Spider-Man pointing meme, figuring out who was going to go answer the door. Luigi went to the door. So I closed the window. And then the rest is history. Even though I was only in it so I could bang Gulia and was very open about that, it was actually quite pleasant being with Luigi and trying butt stuff for the first time.
Pardon me? This person said, if we're doing it all. Like, this person fucking committed.
Which,
I
as
love
a
that.
side note,
just a little.
Damn.
I'm a lesbian, except that one time I did anal with this Italian guy.
You know what? I think I did Venice wrong. I'm going to take back everything I said about Venice. I think I wasn't really taking in everything that Venice had to offer me. You know,
Bro,
if I went back to Venice, I'd do it differently.
That is so
just
funny.
Saying.
I said goodnight and exchanged contact info with Gulia. My phone was dead and it was 5 a.m., so I stumbled my way home through the maze of Venice and its teeny little alleyways. The next day, I texted B and told him everything because I knew he would be excited for me. I also texted Gulia and told her I had a good time and to hit me up if she or Luigi were ever in the States. She texted me back and said she would miss me and to tell B she said hi. Apparently, he talked to her before he left and told her to take care of me because he's protective like an older brother. I made it back home.
Oh, she did.
At 2 a.m.
Took care of her, all right.
I made it back home at 2 a.m. and had work at 6 a.m. that same morning. When I got off work, I checked my phone and had a text from B's girlfriend saying, hand emoji, high five, dude, you know why. One from E saying, I didn't know the boyfriend was involved too. And one from B saying to FaceTime him. I called B because it was 8 p.m. at Italy at the time. He was at the pub. He muttered some gibberish and gave his phone to Gulia, who told me hi and went outside to talk to me. It was too loud to hear each other, so we just said bye, and she blew a kiss, told me goodnight, and that was that. Until she gave the phone back to B, and he told me that he told my uncle about what I did the night before.
No.
Your family's insane, dude.
Why were they exposed to their uncle?
How did your anal virginity loss get spread amongst family communications lines? Like, it seems like you didn't even talk to anybody, and within 24 hours, it's known.
No. And the uncle's still there for 2 days. So I'm wondering if this is when it...
That's a good point. This is a well-written... I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're sorry. We're sorry.
They nailed this story, and we suck.
Yeah, you did a really good job.
I got mad because he does not need to know that about me, but apparently they talk about stuff like this all the time. My uncle told B he was proud of me for doing vacation, quote unquote, the true redacted family last name way. He said bye because he was leaving to go straight to the airport for his flight home, and then texted me a selfie of him and Gulia. So now basically my whole family knows that I not only snuck out on the wholesome family vacation for sex, but also that it was a threesome with our bartender, and that I do in fact like men, which is something everyone, including me, has been debating for a while.
The crochet top. I'm telling you, I knew before this person even knew. I could have told them ages ago based on just the crochet top. I could have cleared the air from the start.
I like the idea that the uncle takes selfies with everyone she has sex with.
Yeah.
For like the family Christmas photo.
It's like a family Christmas PowerPoint presentation of all the uncle selfies.
This is Gulia. This is the nice Italian girl where our niece discovered she was actually bisexual. That was nice.
I'm out to my siblings, parents, cousins, not my aunt and uncle. Not only that, but Gulia knows my family, knows, and somehow doesn't mind. But yeah, that was the story of my Italian vacation threesome and awkward downfall afterwards.
Wow.
Hope y'all enjoy and excuse the unnecessary length of the story.
No, you did a great job.
It was
this
necessary.
is really good. I wish I could put the soundboard.
Shouts out Steph DeForge.
That story, the one thing I noticed was that story, what was the person's pronouns? Was it they, she, or they, them?
They, them.
Because there was a couple times that I think, Ash, you said she, and I think I said she once.
We're sorry.
Yeah.
You can submit stories like this if you are a patron, patreon.com/WHGS. We do 4 of these a month. Bree, this was really fun, and I've really missed you.
This was so fun.
I'm so proud of you for going after what you want to go after. And
thank you. I'm really excited. I can't believe I'm actually doing it.
Bree, your podcast, anything you want to plug?
Oh, yeah. At I Can Explain Podcast and at Aging Out the Movie. You can find me everywhere else at Breanne Williamson.
Everywhere. I'll text you when I'm in your city. AshleyGavin.com. I'm tired.
And
you guys know.
And Patreon.
You know there are fucking people. Shut up, Alex. There are people on that listen to this podcast who are not on the text alert. Is that not the most insane thing you've ever heard in your entire life? I bump into them and they've been like, "Oh, what are you going to Denver?" So I'm like, "Those tickets are already available." Like, how? What the fuck? This is free. This is free. All I want is your phone number. So once a year, I can text you, you piece of shit. I guess I'm not tired. Give me your goddamn phone number. AshleyGavin.com. Alex, go ahead.
Patreon.com/WHGS, where you can get more excellent stories like the one we just heard.
And the gay thought this week, this comes from the episode that you just listened to. Here's my gay thought. I am kind of a masculine lady, and I think my friends know that, my guy friends. And sometimes my guy friends have been like, "Oh, would you have a threesome with a guy friend and this girl that you both think are cute?" And I'm like, "Are you crazy? That's so homophobic. That's so sexist, yada, yada." But then I realized they do that with their guy friends. So are they being sexist, or are they being so not sexist that they are actually treating me like the ultimate bro, that they would, be down and they wouldn't be into me at all? We'd both be just having sex with this girl together. I'm not going to do this, but I do think it's an interesting question. And I think it probably depends on you, your guy friends, how the information is presented. And I think it has to be kind of a femme, masculine, lesbian, guy situation. Can that be done in a way that matches the guy, girl threesome? Just a thought, some food for thought. Getting real existential, metaphysical, philosophical on here, guys. This is important stuff. Patreon.com/WHGS to support this pod. Thank you for those of you who are doing it. I fucking love you. You are the lifeblood of this. You are the best. AshleyGavin.com for tour dates. Going all over the place. Got Atlanta, Asheville, Raleigh coming up, Las Vegas, Kansas City, Boston, Salt Lake City. Let's do this. Fun shows, my new material. Bye-bye. Have a great week.